Alright, so we've got to talk about Montana because something really big just happened there. On May 12, 2025, Montana became the first U.S. state to permit unrestricted commercial access to post-phase 1 experimental drugs provided they are manufactured within the state. This legislation establishes an alternative commercialization track outside the FDA's traditional regulatory framework. Now, what does this mean exactly? Well, Senate Bill 535, or SB 535 for short, enables any adult to purchase and use a drug that has cleared Phase 1 safety trials. This is a huge deal. Let me tell you why. Pharma companies can now start selling their drugs immediately post-Phase 1, and here are the key points of the bill. 1. It broadens eligibility. It allows any adult, regardless of health status, to access these drugs. 2. It mandates manufacturing. The drug must be physically produced in Montana. 3. No FDA oversight. Sales can begin immediately post-Phase 1 for dispensing. Clinics can legally distribute and administer the drugs. 5. Pricing. Pharma companies can charge for products pre-approval. And 6. Insurance. Payers are not obligated to reimburse patients. So why do these provisions matter? What are the strategic implications here? Well, firstly, it creates a state-level bypass of the FDA approval system. This introduces tension between federal oversight and state autonomy. And secondly, it disrupts clinical trials. Patients may exit or avoid trials altogether in favor of direct access, undermining Phase 2, 3 enrollment and data fidelity. Sponsors must recalibrate expanded access and trial site strategies. Thirdly, it shifts the paradigm from R&D to RWE, real-world evidence that is. On-market use in Montana may generate real-time WE that could influence FDA and payer decision-making. This is particularly relevant for rare disease and oncology pipelines. Transparent communication, pharmacovigilance, and ethical marketing are crucial. And lastly, it represents an economic opportunity. Montana presents a localized biopharma activity with CROs, CDMOs, and startups poised to benefit. The estimated value creation over the next 3 years is significant. Montana-based CROs can expect around $20 million per year and service contracts for local trials, GMP testing, and post-Phase 1 analytics. CDMOs can expect $30 to $50 million in setup and production revenues depending on the adoption by startup and mid-cap biotech. Venture-backed biopharma startups can monetize their assets pre-Series B, generating non-dilutive revenue to bridge the funding gap between Phase 1 and 2. This can also serve as a proving ground for therapeutic potential and investor validation. And finally, this opens new doors for non-animal method or non-drug discovery platforms. These include AI-based target identification, organ-on-chip models, 3D bioprinting, microfluidic systems, and iPSC-derived human tissue assays. Companies like Emulate, In Silico Medicine, Queries AI, and Cytoresin can leverage Montana to commercialize their pipeline assets or partner therapeutics earlier, thus improving platform valuation and shortening time to revenue. The momentum for SB 535 started in 2023 with the proposal to establish a limited access program for terminally ill patients and culminated in this broader legislation in 2025. So what is next? Well, states with ideological or strategic alignment with Montana are likely to adopt similar frameworks. Texas, Florida, Arizona, and Utah are on the potential list. And even Alberta, Canada might introduce a pilot through provincial autonomy. In conclusion, Montana's SB 535 is not just a local anomaly. It is a national test case that challenges the traditional arc of drug development and offers a lifeline to early-stage companies, particularly those innovating with NAMs or struggling with pre-Series B funding. The choice is yours. Lead this frontier or risk disruption from those who will. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe for more updates. Until next time, stay curious and stay tuned.